Good Saturday afternoon, everybody. This is the Iceman on the Iceman's Return YouTube channel. The controversial Iceman who speaks his mind, um, doesn't worry about you know what remorse or whatever comes his way. He just tells it like it is, and I'm going to tell it like it is today here on this Saturday afternoon, the day before WWE Fastlane, but the night after TNA Impact Wrestling on Destination America. And my quick thoughts, I'm not going to do any details about Destination America and TNA Impact Wrestling last night, but it was one of the most solid shows of the year, from the beginning to the end. There was a few surprises that were involved. We did see the arrival of Drew Galloway, um, which there wasn't much of what we saw, but it looks to me he comes in as a huge baby face for TNA wrestling, and this is something that they do need because of the two stables of the Beatdown Clan and the Revolution. There is a lot of heels there. So that was a great segment when he came out and saved Al Snow and Grado, um, from Al Snow actually raising the arm of Grado after Grado defeated him, and the Beatdown Clan came in and had a beatdown on Al Snow and Grado. So it was a great segment there, seeing Drew Galloway come in. We also saw a segment with the return of Mickie James, who basically called out Braun, and very good segment there. Mickie James looks phenomenal. She looks better than I've ever seen her before. And she did not back down from Braun. And it looked as though Braun may have wanted to do something to Mickie James, but the referees and security came out and they ended it there. But the whole night, from very beginning to the very end, with the 20-man gauntlet, had me on my edge of my seat. I'll be honest with you. The gauntlet, I thought Kurt Angle was going to come out on top of this match, but he did end up being, with the last five guys, four members of the Beatdown Clan, obviously, you know, MVP, Low Key, Samoa Joe, and of course Kenny King, who I think Kenny King can be an amazing talent here in TNA. They just got to find a way to just utilize him in a better manner. But all in all, it came down to MVP and Kurt Angle, and MVP ended up getting the win without help, you know, um, from anybody else. But MVP did have a lot of help from the Beatdown Clan with Samoa Joe, Low Key, and Kenny King outside the ring. But the show was excellent from beginning to end. And I posted this on my Iceman's Wrestling Extreme Facebook page. If anybody did not like this show, Monday, call your doctor, get an appointment, find out what's wrong, because this was truly a phenomenal show. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I think it was one of the better TNAs so far this year, and we've not even finished 2 months of TNA, but I really enjoyed it, and I think the addition of Drew Galloway is going to be a big addition to TNA wrestling now that we all know that Samoa Joe has departed. So, looking forward to that. It was, exciting to end the show because, well, actually, prior to the show, I watched the Can-Am Wrestling show with Big Ray and Andre Corbeil. They had their Samoa Joe comments, and they also had their Fastlane predictions, which was like a 1-minute video. And I watched it starting about 8 o'clock Eastern time last night. And it brought me right in to TNA Wrestling, which was like the perfect, segue into TNA. And it got me all hyped up and pumped up. And even though they were talking about Fastlane and their predictions, they had a lot of interesting thoughts on Fastlane. Some of the things I did not agree with, but I will agree with one thing that, Fastlane is like a segue into WrestleMania. The title changes, they could happen, but why? In all essence, really, why? Because WrestleMania is the place where all things should happen. But it should be interesting. I also want to point out that Andre Corbeil was doing an RSC wrestling show in Calgary, and he also was a ring announcer, and I also heard him doing commentating, and he did a damn good job, and he's supposed to do it again. Um, I think it was either last night or tonight in Edmonton, Alberta. Um, he's done a great job. He has really uh, come forward a lot since his hospitalization and whatnot, and I'm very, very happy for him as well. So, um, with all this being said, um, there's just a lot of good stuff going on, and hopefully it just remains to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're all here for the same thing. We want to talk about professional wrestling. This is why we're here. We want to give our thoughts. We want to give our opinions and whatnot. And you can also go to like WrestlingZone.com, listen to Justin LaBar and Josh Eisenberg and whatnot, and they give their opinions, and a lot of their opinions are like totally different from what a lot of us seem to think that could happen there as well. I will say this: I think the Sting and Triple H match at Fastlane. Um, this is a scenario I would really like to see happen, where as Sting and Triple H are confronting each other. Um, I figure maybe Kane or Big Show may come out from behind Sting and maybe, attack him. Triple H gets Sting in a pedigree. Now this would be awesome, guys. Sting is in a pedigree with Triple H. He's ready to drop him. The lights go out, and then when they come back on, there's no Sting. That would be an awesome, awesome scenario. But like I said, do the writers and the bookers of the WWE have the creativity of us YouTube wrestling fans? I think not. They get paid millions and millions of dollars, whereas I think some of us can come up with some better creativity than the bookers and the writers for the WWE. But that's only my thought, and that's only my opinion. And so there you have it for this Saturday on the Iceman's Return YouTube channel. If you didn't get to see TNA, watch it. You won't be disappointed. And again, if you're not a TNA fan and you don't like TNA whatsoever, don't comment. I mean, but you are welcome to comment. But the bottom line is, if you don't watch it, why would you want to comment? Because all you're there for is just to aggravate people, and we all know that's what it's all about. And like I said, I'm not just a TNA fan. I'm not just a WWE fan. I'm not just a Ring of Honor fan. I'm not just a New Japan Pro Wrestling fan. I'm just not a Lucha Underground fan. I'm just not a Triple A wrestling fan. I'm not just a PWG wrestling fan. I'm a fan of all of it. And that's what makes the world go round, guys. Peace out. We'll see you on the flip side. Take it easy, guys.